Hi, my name is Benjamin Katz, and welcome back to the 40 State Ice Cream Review, where today I'm in Brattleboro, Vermont, at the Blueberry House, trying the two flavors, Maple Cookie Dough and Almond Joy. Now, I have been using Vermont as an excuse to get maple-flavored ice cream wherever I can, so when I saw there was a variation on the standard maple, I had to get it. So let's start with the cookie dough and see how it goes. I mean, it has a lovely, strong maple flavor. I'm not getting too much cookie dough, but I'm not that mad because I think the main purpose of this flavor is to put the maple syrup in, and the cookie dough is just an added extra little special treat. But when you do get the cookie dough chunks, it does add. It's not just cookie dough and maple. The maple and cookie dough do combine quite well, wherein the chew of the cookie dough with the crunch of the chocolate does give a good textural contrast to the otherwise very smooth and maple flavored ice cream. Now, I think I have reviewed maple flavored ice cream to death in Vermont, so I'm not going to go too much further into details on my love for this ice cream. But I will say the texture is very smooth and it's very light too. It seems like there was a good amount of air turned into this, and I think that serves the maple well. When you have more surface area to sort of experience the flavor, maple tends to taste better in my opinion. Alright, now let's move on to the Almond Joy flavored ice cream. I believe it is the Mars company that owns the Almond Joy, so I do wonder if Blueberry House will be receiving a cease and desist letter soon from that organization to stop using their name and intellectual property. But I have hope that they have properly licensed it through all the correct channels. I am joking, of course. I don't think that Mars company would do anything about this small ice cream shop, and that's a good thing. I don't know if I love it. I haven't had that much coconut ice cream in my lifetime just because it's not offered in many places. I am a fan of an Almond Joy. I do love a good Almond Joy. And coconut flavoring usually tastes good in my opinion. But this scoop of ice cream may be going a bit too hard on the coconut shavings. It tastes a bit more like coconut shavings in ice cream than a coconut ice cream. The chocolate chunks do provide some good textural contrast though, and chewing on coconut shavings is always a fun experience in my opinion, although it is quite polarizing whether or not people enjoy it. I'm one of those that do, and if anyone does not, don't get this ice cream because you are chewing on a lot of coconut. I honestly think that this Almond Joy flavor could be better enjoyed by simply sticking an Almond Joy in the freezer, chopping up into small little bits, and then putting in ice cream. A nice vanilla base, or maybe even a white chocolate or dark chocolate base. Because the flavor itself, I think it's missing. The point with the original Almond Joy, when something is turned into an ice cream flavor, I want it to be transformative. I want it to sort of go beyond and justify its reasoning to be an ice cream flavor. And this Almond Joy, I think, is honestly a bit too spot on to an Almond Joy. It's like they blended an Almond Joy, put it in an ice cream base, froze it, and called it a day. Which, again, isn't a bad thing, because it does taste good, and it tastes like an Almond Joy. But if I'm having an Almond Joy ice cream, I want it to sort of not be something I could have by having an Almond Joy bar. You know? It's a bit nonsensical, but I hope I'm explaining it properly. Alright, and now for the combo. I don't think I'm going to like this combo, but the job dictates that I try, so I don't hate it, but I am confused by it. It is a very strange combination of flavors, because the Almond Joy flavor is already sweet, but the sweetness isn't complementary to the maple syrup. But it's not in contrast either. It's just two different kinds of sweet battling on my taste buds. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely not good. Okay, this flavor combination is melting my brain a little bit. Because when you get the pieces of cookie dough with the pieces of coconut, the chewiness is two different kinds of chewy, while the sweetness is two different kinds of sweet. And it's like when oil meets water. It's strange. Again, I don't hate it. You ever had balsamic vinegar and oil? Dip some bread in that? It's the perfect treat. I think that if there was a third thing to soak up both these flavors and sort of neutralize the combativeness, this would be spectacular. Maybe, yeah, an ice cream sandwich with these two flavors would be wonderful. And I would actually thoroughly enjoy this. But as two scoops separately, I think I'm going to eat them separately for the rest of this review. Alright, so I do want to go on a bit of a tangent because I do believe this will be the last time I have a mustache for the duration of this journey. So the next time I eat ice cream, I'll probably be without this mustache on my upper lip. So I kind of want to make some comments on eating ice cream with a mustache. The first thing is that it is so messy. Eating ice cream with a mustache is one of the most annoying things you can do, but like one of those minor annoyances. It's not one of the major things, but it's one of those things that's like, I really think that this could be improved upon. There's honestly a reason I use a spoon. The first of which is, it's a fun little visual piece to show the audience that this is the review and there's a sort of style to it. The other reason is that when I started this journey, I wanted to have a consistent small spoon to eat ice cream without getting it all over my face. That's also the reason I haven't been doing scoops in a cone. I've always been doing them in a cup. Because if I were to lick an ice cream cone, it would get all of my mustache. It would get everywhere. It is so messy to consume ice cream with a mustache. And I'm honestly going to be excited when I'm no longer having to worry about it getting in my mouth or getting the ice cream all over my face for the future reviews. If anyone has a mustache and wants tips on eating ice cream with said mustache, honestly, what I have to say is take small bites, don't get ice cream in cones, and if possible, get a smaller physical spoon, because it is easier to eat ice cream with a mustache if you're not trying to shove it all in your face. Like so. But I digress. I think I'm ready for my closing thoughts. Blueberry House is one of those ice cream spots that really has no seating. And it sort of feels like you walk into the ice cream spot to get ice cream, then walk out of the ice cream spot to continue around the town. But Brattleboro is a place where you really can walk around enjoying a scoop of ice cream as you enjoy what it has to offer. But I think ice cream shops like this serve a purpose. It's within a larger gift shop. The prices were fair, a little bit high, $5.50 for this regular size. It was a good amount of ice cream. And it offered the local flavors, the local taste. It's not trying to be some big corporate, freezer where you walk in, you get one of those, Magnum bars. It's providing some good homemade local ice cream to a population that's likely just walking down the street, enjoying Brattleboro for all it has. And I think there's a lot of value in places like this. And it sort of makes ice cream more accessible. You don't have to drive out to get it. You're already within the city. And it's a good, friendly little place. If you're in Brattleboro, definitely stop by. It's right on the main street. You can't miss it. There are signs everywhere. Driving up from New York or driving up from the south, you're going to hit Brattleboro from the start. So why not make one of your first trips in Vermont one with ice cream? If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider subscribing. Or go to findfiltermarketing.com for more on the journey. Thank you.